Hey guys, Backyard Farmer Pat here. Today is all about the onions and the green onions. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when the onion bolts and what that means. And also we're gonna be making some delicious onion powder and we're gonna do some tasting. Let's get started. I started some onions last year from onion starts last October. We're now in April. I'm in Central Florida Zone 9B and my onions have gone to seed. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like when your onions go to seed. At this point, you have a couple options. You can either just leave them like this and allow the seeds to dry. Well, first of all, these bulbs will open up and let me show you what it looks like. This is what the flower looks like after it opens up. So it's really pretty, attracts a lot of pollinators. If you're gonna allow it to go to seed, or if you want to collect the seeds, you need to let this dry on the stalk. It's better to let it dry on the stalk, and then you're going to see some little black seeds in here. This one is very young, just opened, so I'm not sure if this is going to develop. At that point, once they're dried, you can, cut this, harvest it, keep it for the next season. Anyway, one thing to let you know, when the onion goes to seed, that means it's now putting its energy into creating seeds and no longer putting its energy into getting big bulbs. For me, it's not a big deal because my husband and I, we eat a lot of green onions. So we eat the stalks all year, like every single day. Every single day we're out here, just cutting the stalks. So I have onions in all my beds because onions also repel a lot of different insects and, it kind of throws off some of the animals that will come in and eat. So now that we know that it has split and it's gone to seed, we know the onions are going to get any bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some of these up. At this point, once it goes to seed, from what I understand, this is my first time my onions have actually gone to seed. It could have gone to seed because most likely because of the weather. It's right now it's like 90 degrees. Even though it's just the beginning of April, guys, it was cold and then hot, then cold, then hot. Onions don't like that. They prefer the cooler weather. And I am in Central Florida and it is really, really hot. Right now, the sun is pelting down at me. I'm going to show you some ways that I store my onions or what I'm going to do to store it. So let's pull one of these out and see. I have green and I have green and I have purple. And I'm not gonna waste anything, so let's pull this one up. Ooh, all right, so we have some nice fat bases, no big bulbs, but this is nice and very, very fat. So at this point they're like green onions. Different things you can do with this. At this point I could separate this, cut the bottom, trim the roots and replant them, or I could store them. So I think I'm gonna do both. You can see how big this is. Look at this. It's very, very big. This is my thumb and this is how big it is. All of this is edible. This is edible. It's an onion. It's just a small onion. All of this is edible. The greens are edible. I think what I want to do is make some onion powder. Onion powder is so expensive. So let's clean one up just so you can see how I would what is that? Oh shoot, it's just a squirrel. I was wondering what the heck that was. It's a squirrel. Once it bolts, the stalk can get very woody, so you have to use it like really quickly. It doesn't store well if you allow it to bolt. So if you have bolted onions, they're not gonna store long like regular onions. I don't have experience with that, but that's what I see online. But I'd love to know what your experience is. As I said, first time that mine has actually bolted, so I wanna treat these right. To me, the very least I can do is continue to enjoy all these greens. Don't think I'm gonna pull out anymore because, as I said, we use this all year, and I really don't remember them going bad before, and I know they haven't bolted. But please let me know your experience. So let's pull another one. I think this is a purple one. Let's put one green, one purple. Okay. So we have a nice purple onion here, and so we have two purple, and let me just show you. These are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you how I clean this up and how I preserve it. This is how much green onions I got from one single onion bulb. One single onion. This is one. This is just one. This is how much I got when I cut it up. So you can see they're way bigger than the greens that you get in the store. So what I understand is once it has already gone to seed, it's a lot. It gets almost a woodier. So I normally don't eat onions green, but I'm gonna try one. Not woody at all. A nice mild green oniony flavor. Not bad at all. All right, so I went back and washed one of the purple ones, and I want to try. This is the bottom part of the purple one, not the greens, but the bottom part. So I'm gonna compare this to a bottom part of the white onion. Okay, so the bottom is more oniony, which makes sense because if you eat the bottom of the onion, that's like the actual onion versus the green onion, which is milder. So it's much stronger, very oniony. Let's try the white, one of the bottom of a white one. Ooh, strong. Milder than the purple one. Purple one is very, very strong. Ooh. All right. So there are multiple things you can do with the onions at this point. You can just use them like this. Some people freeze them. You can dehydrate them, which I mentioned earlier. Or something that I do quite often is I take onion, garlic, and the different herbs and I add olive oil and I blend it up and then keep it in a jar. That's another option. I ended up chopping it all up. We're gonna make some onion powder, some green onion powder. So that should be nice. I've always wanted to try homemade onion powder and homemade garlic powder. So today we're gonna do onion powder. I'm gonna keep some of the greens back just so we don't have to go outside to grab more. We'll use that over the next couple of days, but we're gonna dehydrate the rest. So here's what we have. This is dehydrated. It ended up taking me like probably 18 hours. I did it for 9 hours twice. So it's the next day, and this is what you want. First of all, it's still nice and green. It retained its color. So I got it all in my NutriBullet. Let's go ahead and blend it up and see how much we get. Let's taste it. Let's see what it tastes like. Let's make sure it still tastes like onion. It's gonna be kind of weird tasting it like this, but it's gonna put a little tip. Wow, it actually has a very nice flavor. A really, really nice flavor. It's not a strong onion flavor, but it's definitely a nice onion flavor. So this is definitely really good. It's really good. Oh, one more thing to show you. When I say I don't waste a thing, I mean I don't waste a thing. These are the 5 bottoms that I cut off yesterday. And look at this. You can already see that it's beginning to grow. These are already beginning to grow. So I'm going to stick the 5 bottoms back in the ground. You can see each one of them is beginning to grow. So yes, guys, you can separate these and stick them right back in the ground. I did it on a previous video showing how I separated a whole onion and planted each piece in the ground. You can do the same thing here, right? Just slightly different format, but same thing. And here it is. Put some in this shaker so I can use it to add to different recipes. And I added the rest in this jar, and it's always refill from the recipes, refill this bottle, or just, take spoonfuls as needed for recipes. I was really surprised at how pleasant the flavor is. This is really, really delicious. I mean, I can even see myself adding this to scrambled eggs, adding it to pizza, adding it to sauces. Really, really nice. Next time, I definitely will probably add other herbs so I can do it. And plus, it's not too late. If I as I dry my other herbs, I'll just combat it with this. So I have this straight and also have it blended. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment below and let me know how you use your green onions and also how long you keep them in your bed. All right? Till next time. Bye now.